Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the two fingers, offering guidance and aid to the tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd Tree.
Alright, so to recap, I quickly hopped on and tried to figure out which direction to head in. Obviously, I went towards the castle. It seems a bit more obvious. Went that way, took a little bit of damage, came to heal up, and bumped into this. And I wanted to make sure that you guys didn't miss out. So, ran into that cutscene. We got this. We're gonna accept her offer. And
another matter.
Thought she is done talking.
I bequeath to you this ring.
Okay, so she agreed to allow us to level up through her. So she's gonna be like our Emerald Herald from Dark Souls 2, I guess. Spectral Steed Whistle. I assume that's gonna allow us to summon the horse.
Use it to traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent. Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect.
Alright, so we have a horse named Torrent. Looks like we can add a charge to our flask. So we're gonna go ahead and add that, and I guess we'll try to summon Torrent now. Alright, so you summon him by pressing in on the L stick. Speaking of the left analog stick, guys, I figured out how to get it working a little bit better. Still not 100%. But apparently if you have an Xbox Elite controller and it's messing up like mine was, you can simply take off the rubber pad of it, and the magnets cause an interference, weirdly enough. Poor design choice, obviously. Anyways, you can take off the rubber padding of it and it'll work properly. Obviously you don't have much to use when you don't have the rubber padding on there, but it's better than an input delay. Alright, so apparently I do have to summon him by pressing X. I can put him away by just jumping off with the left analog. Wanted to test that. Got a lot of enemies up this way. Storm Gate. New area, I guess. It's a lot darker in here. What was that? Alright, so we had a gigantic thing fall behind us. We're gonna kind of avoid it. Alright, we got a mushroom. I don't know how important those are in here. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. I guess it worked out in our favor anyway. Takes me a while to get used to running by holding in the B button on Xbox. So used to just tapping in on the left control stick, and that gets rid of the horse. Alright, we got another bonfire up here and a bunch of wolves that just fall from the sky for no reason. So that was an interesting turn of events. Jump off with the horse. Alright. My control stick is still not acting entirely normal, so there's going to be some problems. Should be okay-ish though. Got an item, stone sword key. Okay, I think that's what I chose for my starting gift, so should be a pretty good item.
Been grafted? Everyone who came with me. They crossed the sea for me, they fought for me. Only to have their arms taken, their legs taken, even their heads taken. Taken and stuck to the spider. Did you know, if you're grafted by the spider, you become a chrysalid? It's quite a lark when you think about it.
Alright, so she tells us about some spider that wiped out basically her entire guard
You're all
detail.
on your own, are you?
Maybe the first boss.
Heading to Stormvale Castle, enticed by the one in the white mask, I suppose. Oh, you've come to be one with the spider? Well, that makes us two peas in a pod. But I don't have your courage. It's scary, you know, having your arms cut off, or legs, or your head. I want to be like everyone else, but I'm just too scared.
Apparently the spider is
I'm
an
nothing
absolute
but a
savage.
craven. Oh, I know. Can you take this little one along with you?
Spirit jellyfish ashes,
The
okay.
poor thing deserves someone braver than myself. And the spirits look rather fondly upon you. It'll be glad of your company, I think, the little one.
Alright, so we need a spirit calling bell to summon these guys, but when we have it, I think that uses the same bar as our magic. I don't know why it's called FP, force points. I'm not sure what that stands for. But that should be helpful.
It was a pleasure to see you. Oh, can you pass on a message for me? If you see the little chrysalids in Stormvale Castle, tell them I love them. And that, despite my craven heart, I'm sure I'll be joining their club soon enough. I'm finally getting the hang of this whole pain thing, you know.
Alright guys, so a
It was
tip
a
is
pleasure to see you.
to make
Can you
sure
pass on a message
that
for
you
me? If you see
exhaust
little
all of the
chrysalids in
dialogue in
Storm-
Elden Ring, because it looks like they're missable items. Whether or not that one's going to be relevant enough for us to really care about, I don't know. But definitely make sure you exhaust the dialogue. That's why I did with the thing that was disguised as a tree previously. Looks like we're gonna have a fight here, because I saw that phantom fighting. I'm just gonna call out Torrent. I think that was a mushroom. Not too awfully worried about those. Another mushroom. So we have some vampire bat looking things after us, which is a little bit annoying. Not the biggest deal. I wasn't sure if that was a cave or just a really dark shadow. Looks like a shadow. Generally, whenever you try to cross a bridge in one of these sort of games, something horrible happens. So let's see what happens here. I think that's like a... Okay, that's just a regular item. A cookbook. That's interesting. Are we gonna make some macaroni? What did it teach us to make? Who is this? Very creepy old lady. That'd be another good thumbnail.
Please, your fingers. Oh, bless you. Head to the foundation of gold tarnished. Traverse Rea Lucaria, glintstone eventide, and reunite the half-crescents at the grand lift. Oh, but the bridge is collapsed and cannot be crossed. Only, why should that matter? Stormvale Castle still stands tall. You, please, I can read them. Your fingers.
Alright, so she's stuck in a time loop essentially. She tells us the bridge is out. She mentioned Stormvale Castle, which I assume is the one directly above us. So I think we have to head up towards the top of that. Luckily, we managed to not get attacked by a ton of vampire bats. It's always a good day when you can avoid them. Still getting used to playing this game like that, guys. I keep trying to hit L3 to sprint, and that's not working out. Wow. Did not see that one coming at all. So, do note that we need to get around this guy. Alright, the heavy attack is very, very slow on here. It's another thing that I have to take a mental note of. Tried to parry that. Didn't work out completely. Can't parry a shield bash. Alright, so looks like my parries still need a bit of work. I remember that being one of the best tools to have in the earlier games. Alright, we got another bonfire. Let's go ahead and rest off the damage. And I guess continue to venture up into the castle.
In search of the Elden Ring. Emboldened by the flame of ambition.
Alright, I remember this guy now. I had forgotten that he was up here. Definitely not one of the easy boss fights of the game. So I guess I'll just kind of poke for some damage when we're able. See how that plays out. Uh-oh. He had a handy little quick riposte kind of attack there. Doing okay so far. Alright, I shouldn't have jinxed myself. Alright, I needed to get the timing of that strong attack down so that I would know when to parry it, or rather dodge it in the future. I don't really think that I have enough levels to fight this dude right now, so it's probably not even worth trying, but I kinda want to try to fight him again. Let's try that one more time. If it doesn't work out, I'll go grind some levels and we'll come back. I tend to get greedy with my attacks. You guys will probably see that as the series drags on. Alright, so that's a charge attack. It's not a regular just standing attack. Alright, I gotta keep in mind that I only have 4 flasks. If I ration them, this fight will be a lot easier. I've already wasted one when I didn't really need to. I probably got a bit lucky with that, because I feel like he could have guard broken me pretty easy there. Kinda thought he was gonna do the rushing charge attack at me. Looks like he didn't. I actually think that pinning him against this wall is probably the strat, because then where is he gonna retreat to? Oh no,